I'm not a thief, Orji Kalu declares at valedictory section of 9th Senate. Chief Whip of the 9th Senate, Senator Kalu Orji, went emotional and broke down at the valedictory session to signal the end of legislative activities, which began on June 11, 2019. Kalu thanked his colleagues for giving him unalloyed support as chief whip for 4 years. He also thanked his colleagues who visited him while in prison. Orji Kalu said his election to the Senate gave him a better opportunity to continue to fight for a united Nigeria, that he was not a thief before he took to politics, saying that he never lacked anything and could buy anything money could buy. He said he brought money in 1997 and 1998 to fund and support the formation of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) before he became governor, stressing that he was never a thief. He said those who put him in prison had their reasons to do so, adding that they had also took over his businesses. According to him, Nigeria is not fair to people like him. He said he built factories and manufacturing companies to employ Nigerians, and all he got was to be labeled a thief. Present at the session were Vice President Kashim Shettima, Senator Olorumi Tinubu, Malam Ibrahim, Deputy Chief of Staff to President Bola Tinubu, and Governor Uba Sani of Kaduna State. Also in attendance were the Deputy Governor of Akwa Ibom, Dr. Akon Ayekayi, and former Deputy Governor of Zamfara State, Alhaji Hassan Muhammadu. They were members of the 9th Senate before their election into new positions on March 18th. The former lawmakers were ushered into the chamber following a motion to suspend Senate order as moved by Leader of Senate Abdullahi Gube, APC, Sokoto State. Before the session, senators present were presented with certificates of service and a copy of the legacy report of the 9th Senate each. Clerk to the National Assembly, Alhaji Sani Tambuwa, presented certificates to the Senate President. Senator Ahmad Lawan and Deputy Senate President Senator Ovie Omo Agege. Lawan in turn presented certificates to other senators. The senators thereafter took turns reminiscing experiences of their 4 years of service in emotion, in laden tunes, words of thanksgiving to God, commendations, love, apologies, and admonitions formed the bulk of expressions of senators at the section. Senator Omo Agege, APC, Delta State, said it was a solemn moment as he was grateful and honored to be elected Deputy President of the Senate, saying that it was a rare privilege. He commended colleagues for the filing odds to pass the landmark Petroleum Industry Act, the Electoral Act, and the Finance Act, and for ultimately returning the budget cycle to January to December. Omo Agege thanked senators for their patriotic dispositions and urged incoming senators to support the new leadership of the Senate that will be elected on June 13th, 2023. In his remarks, Shettima noted that debates at the Ninth Senate defined Nigerians' politics, saying the assembly was leaving behind indelible memories to guide generations, successors, and followers. He said Nigerians would continue to need the services of members of the Ninth Senate as they had served Nigeria in turbulent times. He said the Ninth Senate was a testament to the possibilities that could transpire between the executive and the legislature, realizing the fact that they were bound for the same destination. Shettima said the Senate chamber would continue to bear the memories of the lives the senators touched by serving humanity. He thanked the Senate President for his leadership, patriotism, and dedication to democracy. He urged incoming senators to note that the stability of Nigeria is superior to the stability of their pockets, and urged them to vote wisely on June 13th at the election of principal officers. In her remarks, Senator Tinubu thanked God for sustaining her as a three-term senator, saying that it entailed a lot of sacrifice to serve Nigeria. She also thanked her husband, President Bola Tinubu, for his unflinching support and freedom to make contributions for the people, especially women and youths. She said God used her to make exploits in the Senate, saying she did visually everything required as a lawmaker, sponsoring bills and motions that were signed into law. She said a nation that young Nigerians would be proud of could be built given the crop of lawmakers that emerged from the legislative to the executive arm of government. It is not due to sheer luck that the president passed through the Senate before. So has the vice president and myself, the president's chief of staff, the deputy governors and deputy governors. We can only say God is good. We need to give so much to nations. This new administration beckons hope, and we have to make the necessary sacrifices, which starts with the 10th Assembly.